Hi everyone, I am Christian Rodriguez Galpare from College of Teacher Education, and for today, I'm gonna show to you the topics that I have best learned in this subject, Ed 305. So the third topic that I have best learned in Ed 305 subject is the general categories of test items. So I believe that there are two types of general categories of test item, which are the objective test items, and the second one is the subjective test items. Now let's tackle the objective test items. So objective test items including multiple choice, true or false, matching types, and completion, while subjective items including short essay, extended response essay, problem solving, and performance test items. For some instructional purposes, one or the other items may prove more efficient and appropriate. So let's now tackle the first type of the objective test item, which is the multiple choice. So multiple choice type of test items is a form of assessment in which students are asked to select the correct or best answer out of the choices from the list. It requires the students to select from the given options that will make the STEM complete and correct. So, multiple choice questions, quick and easy to score by hand or electronically. So, can be written so that they test a wide range and higher order thinking skills. Can cover lots of content areas on a single exam and still be answered in the class period. So, is an example of the multiple choice items as shown in the screen. So the second type of objective test items is the true or false test. So true or false test contains statements that the students mark as being either true or false. In order to qualify as true, all parts of the statement must be true. In general, true or false tests check your knowledge or facts. Again, general study skills and best practices apply to studying or true or false tests. So true or false question advantages is enabled you to cover a wide area of knowledge and can be constructed out of a few words, which makes them less dependent on the learner's ability to read carefully and take very little time to be answered. And lastly, assess learners in acquiring and retaining new information. So this is an example of the true or false test items, which is shown in the screen. So the second type of objective test items is the matching type of test. So matching type of test measures the ability to identify the relationship between a set of similar items, each of which has two components, such as words and their definitions, symbols and their meanings, dates and events, cause and effects, people in their accomplishments, problems, and etc. So this is an example of the matching type question items as shown in the screen. So lastly, the ranking test items. So a ranking scale is a closed-ended scale that allows respondents to evaluate multiple row items in relation to one column item or a question in a ranking survey and then rank the row item. It is the scale used by market researchers to ask ranking questions. So this is an example of a ranking scale items as shown in the screen. So now let's tackle the second type of general category test item, which is the subjective test item. So subjective items is including short answer essay, extended response essay, problem solving, and performance test items. For some instructional purposes, one or the other item type may prove more efficient and appropriate. So, one of the best example that I could give in the subjective test item is the essay. And this is one of the example of an essay question, as shown in the screen. So that's it. I hope you learned something. And again, there are two types of general categories of test item. The first one is the objective test items, and the second one is the subjective test items. So